Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. The video is a bit later today. Why? Because you know that when I'm structuring the news, I try to give you the best possible news. I go on the front pages, the Italian front pages, the international papers, I go inside the papers, I'm trying to read, to listen, to watch every single mercato expert. But now, on top of all these things that I was already observing and trying to report to you, apparently I also have to pay attention to the barbers. It's a new trend. Paul Pogba to the barber. Some news. Now yesterday, Kostić to the barber. Some leak news. Pay attention. It's something really new for me because you know that barbers and me, we don't have that great relationship. It is what it is, my friends. Put a maximum of likes. Subscribe to the channel. We start because I have to tell you that I'm scared. I'm scared. And I will explain you why after the intro. We have good news, we have bad news. Let's start with the good news. Bad news, we will try to speak about it in the middle of the video. The good news is that yesterday the barbers, they were a bit leaking some news. Kostić near to be a Juventus player. Why? Because the barber, it's actually based in Stockholm. It's the official barber of the Swedish national team. For example, one of his customers is Kulusevski. Yesterday, Kostić with Serbia, they are in Sweden. He went there because he's a really great barber. And they were speaking, the barber said, what will be your new team? He didn't answer. Someone behind, he said Juventus, and then the smile, that beautiful smile, that really beautiful smile of Kostić. Does that mean something? Absolutely not. It's just a smile. But Sebastiano, our great friend, member of the channel, he subscribed in so many years, really great friends of me. Sebastiano, he wrote to the barber, to Osman, and he said, Abi, please convince him next time to come to us. He didn't say Juve, but the barber himself, Osman, he said to me, I guarantee you, he said to me, yes to Juve. Just a little time. Patience. Calma. The best friend of Allegri, apparently. So I try to link it also with the papers to have a bit more news. The papers are also pushing Gazzetta dello Sport that Kostić already said no to Eintracht Frankfurt. He said, no, I don't want to renew with you because I'm waiting for Juventus. Will he be one of the new players? Will he anticipate Paul Pogba and Di Maria? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's see, because Paul Pogba and Angel Di Maria, we are not sure that they will arrive at Juve. We were that close, but we are not sure until the signature. We don't know, and I am scared. I tell you the truth, I am scared. Why? Because Fabrizio Romano, now we are not talking about barbers anymore, but really mercato expert, maybe the #1 mercato expert with 8 million followers on Twitter. He said Juventus is working. They are working on completing the deal with Paul Pogba. In the next few days, they will meet again Raffaella Pimenta. It's a matter of small details, and that makes me breathe. I'm happy. I'm tranquilo. Sorry for the sound. It is what it is. I'm super happy. Not only me, I'm happy, because then I'm trying to dream about Paul Pogba in an amazing midfield, in an amazing, really strong Juventus 22-23. Tutto Sport is also dreaming, and maybe they are dreaming a bit too much. Why? Because they start today saying Rabiot and Pogba together, we go back to the golden years with a midfield of Didier Deschamps and Zinedine Zidane. And maybe that's a stretch. With all the respect for Paul Pogba, I have him here in my heart. With all the respect for Adrien Rabiot, Cheval Fou, Crazy Horse, Cavallo Pazzo, this is maybe exaggerating. Is it blasphemy? Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Deschamps and Zidane, Paul Pogba and Rabiot. Maybe they are exaggerating. But the name of Zidane, it's not the last time that we will hear it in that video. I will immediately explain you why Zidane is scaring me. One of my favorite players. A really great player at Juventus. I had the chance, the luck to see him at Juventus. But now he's scaring me because Mundo Deportivo, they are saying, pay attention, tienes un rumor. There is a rumor that's saying that Zinedine Zidane in the next 48 hours he will give an answer to Paris Saint-Germain. And we know that one of his favorite players of Zinedine Zidane is the same favorite player as me. It's Paul Pogba, a priority for Real Madrid at the time, and now he can be a priority for Paris Saint-Germain. Will he succeed to sign with Paris Saint-Germain? Let's see. Will he succeed to sign with Paul Pogba? Let's see. I am scared, I tell you the truth, because from Angel Di Maria and Paul Pogba, we can wake up and having Berardi and Verratti. Pay attention to the name of Verratti that you will hear probably today around, I don't know, in a few hours. Pay attention to that. I am scared. Gazzetta dello Sport are dreaming also too big probably, because what they are dreaming about is a magic trio of Lukaku, Dybala and Lautaro. They sell nobody. Inter is selling nobody. Big strikers. Of course, Lautaro, Dybala and Lukaku could be really great for them, but what do they need to do? It's selling. If they want to keep Lautaro, they need to sell. And who are they having in mind? Skriniar. Not only him, also Dumfries. Also 3 players like Pinamonti, Sensi, and even players that I never heard about, Lazzaro, never know where he played, whatever. It is what it is. Inter, they need to sell if they want to buy these players, especially because Corriere dello Sport is reporting that Paulo Dybala, La Masca, he's not happy. Because when Marotta, he offered him 5.5 million with some bonuses to arrive at 7 million, Paulo Dybala, he put his mask, he said, no, it's not enough, I need a bit more money, that's what he said, you know, that but Di Maria, speaking about Di Maria, he also spoke with Paulo Dybala, they are in the Argentinian team, they spoke with each other, Di Maria, he spoke and he asked a bit of information to Paulo, saying, give me some tips about Juventus, because they are really insisting, I need to know what I want to say. Dybala spiega a Di Maria che cosa sia la Juve. Dybala is explaining to Di Maria what Juventus is, and what is Gazzetta dello Sport reporting the day after they talk to each other, that Di Maria is giving a price of his salary to Juventus. He wants not 7 like we spoke about, he doesn't want 5 like what Juventus proposed until today, no. After speaking with Paulo Dybala, he asked 9 million euro. If there is one person on earth at the moment that you don't have to speak about Juventus with, it is Paulo Dybala, because you remember it's already 3 years that he's asking so many money to Juventus in terms of salary. At a certain time he was also speaking about 20 million, 15 million, 10 million, 8 million. Juventus never give any money to Paulo Dybala. They said, you know what, go away, we don't give you that money. Correct or not, this is to you to decide. But apparently, if the news is true that Di Maria is asking for all that money, for 9 million euro, Juventus will do probably the same answer that they gave to Dybala. They will say no. There is a strategy of Gazzetta. Guys, the Gazzetta, they exaggerate. I think that all the papers, they exaggerated, because apparently there is a strategy for Juventus to give these 9 million euros. It's to benefit the law, you know, the tax law, the decreto crescita. They don't want to give him 1 year, they don't want to give him 2 years, because that's too much. They want to give him 13 months. Why? Because from the 13 month, that means that you benefit from the tax, and then they will let him leave. Then he will not have a contract until the 30th of June, but probably the 31st of July. It's a bit a stretch today, guys. I don't know what they have in mind, the papers. A bit exaggerated, let's see. But Nicolas Kira is saying, guys, it is not over on Di Maria. I know that everyone is talking about a collapse deal, but it's still alive. He has 2 offers. There was the one of Barcelona, but everyone is denying, because Barcelona, they have no money. They are speaking about Koulibaly, Di Maria, about Lewandowski, but apparently they have some debt. They need 500 million, otherwise they can't even survive. So pay attention. But Di Maria, they have an offer from Barcelona, Juventus and Benfica. Let's see where he will end up. I'm really curious about that saga Di Maria that is starting also to annoy me, I tell you the truth. Tutto Sport, Arnautovic con Morata. I told you that when I was dreaming about Pogba, Di Maria, and probably some really strong players like Gabriel Jesus or whatever. I will wake up with Verratti, with Berardi, and with Arnautovic and Morata. Mamma mia, disaster. What are they saying about Arnautovic? That is the player that even Allegri is saying he will be, and he can be, that vice Vlahovic. Morata, talks are ongoing. The problem is Atletico Madrid, they can't sell him to anybody for the money they are asking. 35 million euro for the Spanish player are too much for whatever team, even Arsenal and so on. Too many money for them, so they are looking to loan him again to Juventus. Loan. Let's see, but that doesn't exclude that Morata can be joined with another physical tall player like Arnautovic. So Arnautovic, Kostić, really players that can join Juventus. Pay attention to this name. One that maybe will not be there anymore is Arthur, but also there they will need to be really creative. Something really strange that I want to give you is also the first time since 2003 that the 7 teams in Serie A that qualified for Europe, they are confirming their trainers. Last year, everyone was changing except of Milan with Pioli, and at the end, who won? Pioli, because he knew his team and so on and so on. Juventus changed, Inter changed. This year, they are going with the same strategy, confirming the coach, benefiting the year already that they work together. I think it's a really great idea. Last news is Ranocchia, midfielder, that extended with Juventus and will probably go on loan. There are some teams interested like Empoli, Bologna, Verona. All these teams are on the player, so let's see what will happen. Shorter video today. I can already tell you that probably there will be some big news in the afternoon. I told you about the name of Verratti, I told you about Pogba, I told you about Zidane. There can be a second video in the meanwhile, so pay attention. Thank you, grazie, forza, Juve.